CEO Aron on AMC stock market manipulation, quote, "Not our problem." AMC CEO Aron recently reassured shareholders on the topics of market manipulation, naked short selling, and share dilution. That's what we're going to get into here in this video. On top of that, I do want to point this out for everyone. I think it's very interesting. Quote, AMC positioned really well for 2023, says Weedbush. Looks like people are getting a little bit more bullish on AMC after this March 14th vote. Who knows if it's going to hold up in court, but I think it's warranted we go over exactly what people are saying and what Aron is saying about all of these interesting topics. Well, looks like the work is cut out for us here in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns. Tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button if you have not already. Let's get to it, guys. So I want to start with this article briefly because I want to focus more on this more interesting article about market manipulation, synthetic shares, all this good stuff. So let's get into it. It says, AMC is benefiting from trends in movie-going and the result of key shareholder vote, analyst says. AMC Entertainment Holdings is in a good position, boosted by trends in movie-going and the results of this week's key shareholder vote. According to Wedbush Securities equity research analyst Alicia Reese. That's a new name to this space. It says, Reese said that the result is good news for AMC as it attempts to pay down its significant debt burden. Quote, they have to raise cash, she said. The vote result gives them a lot more flexibility. And it goes on to say, talk about AMC's debt, and talks about how Aron says this is a great thing that is happening. Now, I want to skip the information that you already know. That's why we're kind of going to skip these two paragraphs, It says, Wedbush Reese told MarketWatch that she has a positive view on the movie theater industry's recovery. The analyst firm expects the North American box office to reach at least 75% of 2019 levels before the pandemic hit. The analyst firm also expects a year-over-year increase of 15% to 20% compared with 2022. Quote, within all of these dynamics, AMC is positioned really well, said Reese. Moviegoers, she explained, are trending toward premium large format screens, which bodes well for the movie theater chain. Quote, AMC has the largest footprint of IMAX screens in North America. They also have a partnership with Dolby Theaters, she said. In addition, they have their own proprietary premium large format screens. The analyst also pointed to the company's efforts to target lucrative movie theater markets. Quote, they are closing underperforming screens, she said. In lieu of that, they are finding some great theater assets in high-performing DMAs, designated market areas. Reese said that the Weedbush's underperform rating for AMC is solely tied to valuation based on the fundamentals. Of 7 analysts surveyed by FactSet, 3 have a hold rating and 4 have a sell rating for AMC. And that's basically all that was said, if I'm looking at this correctly. Here is a kind of contrary opinion from another analyst. It says, quote, the vote's result shows that there is an avenue for AMC to raise much needed capital, but there is still some uncertainty going into the hearing in April, said Third Bridges Lumley. However, even with additional funds, the road ahead for AMC faces its fair share of challenges. While entertainment spending has some insulation in a recessionary environment, overall this is not conducive to AMC driving revenue growth, she added. And that's a key that I want to point out, and what I have been pointing out in the last couple of videos. She says there's still some uncertainty going into the hearing in April. That is the court date, April 27th. And that's exactly what I've been saying in the last couple of videos. Due to the uncertainty of this hearing in April, that's where you can get a bullish reaction in AMC, at least in the short term. We could argue all we want if this is positive or negative on a more longer term basis, but it can give you a bullish rally here in the short term. Now, CEO Aron on AMC stock market manipulation, not our problem. Like I read to you guys, let's get into exactly what was said. So, what AMC CEO Aron said about market manipulation. It says, this was actually at a Detroit theater where this was said, to watch Creed 3 and talk a little bit about the company. At the event, Aron delivered a message about allegations that AMC's share price has been manipulated. Quote, "Guys, don't believe everything you read on Twitter," Aron said. "Yes, it's true that we have a lot of short sellers who have sold our shares short, but all that stuff you read about market manipulation and failures to deliver and the billions of synthetic shares out there, that's not our problem." Since the beginning of 2021, AMC's loyal shareholder base has alleged that the company has been the victim of predatory short selling practices such as naked short selling. The quote evidence consists mainly of millions of failure to delivers, and one party in a transaction doesn't meet their obligations. In June and July 2021, when AMC's share price exceeded $50 per share, its stock was on the regulation show threshold securities list for a few days. Stocks make this list when there have been 5 consecutive days in which transactions have failed to clear. These settlement failures are often associated with the illegal practice of naked short selling, and that's exactly the list that we were just on here for the past couple of weeks. It says, "This is one of several concerns that AMC shareholders have expressed on social media platforms." What Aron said about stock dilution. Aron also spoke about the social media buzz regarding the dilution of AMC shares. Since the event, shareholders have approved the conversion of AMC preferred units into AMC common shares. Quote, "If you read Twitter, you keep up on hearing about dilution. It's so wrong. The first time we sold a lot of stock, January 21st, we raised 1.3 billion of equity. We diluted our stock by like 80%. Do you know what happened to our stock? It quintupled at the same time we diluted the shares." He went on to say that in May 2021, AMC raised more than $1 billion in equity, while at the same time the stock went from $10 to $50. In July 2021, AMC held a shareholder vote on whether to further dilute the stock. The measure didn't pass. "We stopped dilution. Our stock went from $50 to $10. Aron said. It's a decent point, okay? It's a decent argument, okay? Aron also spoke about the potential of further equity issuances. He said that he doesn't know what might happen in the future, but that he and AMC shareholders will figure out the implications together. Quote, "Past indicators suggest that if you do it right, you are strengthening the company. And if you make the company stronger, you blow the short thesis to hell." And that is true. That is the thing that I did argue on the bullish side of all of this, is if the company fundamentally gets better, then you do blow up that short thesis. And ultimately, in the more longer term, right up until, well, I should say from now until April 27th, if this vote starts to seem like it's not going to pass through the court system, you can expect some short-term upside moves. If it does ultimately, and they do raise cash, and they do put it to work, and they have good return on investment, right, capital, then that would be a positive thing. You would blow out the short thesis like Aron did say. So I think that is true. Now, the bottom line, in recent years, CEO Adam Aron has had the daunting task of servicing the interests of AMC shareholders to prevent the company's share price from depreciating, while at the same time having to raise enough cash to keep AMC solvent. Aron has repeatedly considered AMC shareholders' opinions when making strategic decisions. He has also been a fierce critic of AMC short sellers. The approval of the conversion of APE units into AMC common stock and the reverse stock split by a large majority of the shareholder base certainly indicates that there is a broad confidence in the initiatives Adam Aron is leading. Gaining the support of meme investors was like winning the lottery ticket for AMC, especially when the company has been devastated by the impacts of the COVID pandemic. Not taking advantage of this support to raise cash and restore AMC's business at the most crucial moment in its history would have been like not claiming a $1 billion lottery win. Aron's speech about AMC's market manipulation was prudent because it demonstrated an intent to protect shareholders from being obsessed with allegations that could end up having no substance. However, neither does Aron ignore the fact that there has been a lot of short selling in AMC, and defeating the shorts is clearly one of his goals. Furthermore, Aron has allocated the cash raised through equity offerings for the right purposes, acting with a long-term mindset and prioritizing AMC's liquidity. Although recent dilutions may have been hard for some investors to swallow, I believe Aron has acted in the best interest of his company. So bottom line here, long story short, they do raise capital. this could be a positive thing fundamentally. Now, just because you get a bunch of money does not mean that they're going to use it right. Does not mean they're going to purchase good assets or put that money to good use. That's ultimately what I think is very important. If they get this money and they do put it to good use and say start getting some good acquisitions, right, become closer and closer to profitability, that's a good thing. If not, it's a negative thing. And if they do go on that positive route, you can lead to blowing up the shorts. Now, the moves that you might see might be a little different, obviously, after a reverse stock split, but nonetheless, blowing up the shorts is ultimately everyone's goal, guys. So that is going to do it for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.